Good morning. It is definitely the weekend, a bit nippy as well. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. And yes, today she's back, joining me across the hall, across the pathways or whatever.
Right.
The lovely Sarah Sells. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, welcome back.
Thank you.
You've,
Happy to be back.
Missed, you missed way too many shows.
I know.
The brand feels it, and we want to welcome you back. I'm glad you're healthy,
Thank
not
you.
Spreading any COVID death around here,
No,
which
no,
means
no.
good. So
Yeah.
welcome home or welcome
Thank
back.
you. Yeah.
So what's going on today, Sarah?
What is today? Today's May 8th. So we're gonna have a killer show talking about home improvement stuff, and then I have a equestrian horse show today.
Oh, how exciting!
I know, it's so up your alley.
Right? Not. So this is the home improvement radio show that teaches you, the homeowner, how to fix, repair, or remodel everything within the four corners of your lot. But here's the deal. I want everyone to know this is not a do-it-yourself show. However, I'm not anti-do-it-yourself. I am just pro do-it-for-me. Sarah, do you know what that means?
Well, I have to interject and say I got to see you at your finest this morning fixing my chair when the three of us couldn't do it. So that was good.
Okay, so literally, secretly, I can do everything. Like people say, oh, yeah, you know, what do you know?
The three of us were sitting here, the producers and I were like, oh, he just fixed that.
Yeah.
The chair broke? We had no idea.
Yeah, right. There's only 49 chairs in the studio, and 47 or 48 of them don't work.
This is true.
Yeah, it's all right. I got a guy. Definitely. So, yeah, I fixed the chair. Big deal. I'm that guy.
I know. I was so excited.
So, literally, we have lots of things to talk about today. And, of course, every Saturday, as you know, Sarah's Shout-Out Saturday for us.
Mm-hmm.
So, 248-539-9797. If anyone has a question that Google can't answer, and you want to try us out on home improvement questions, you can text us. Or if you're a contractor that likes the show, essential worker, emergency police, fire, ambulance, anybody, city worker, I want to say what up. Thank you for your hard work. And if you're listening, give us a shout out. We'll definitely say hello to you this morning because you know what? We want you to have your coffee with us and then share some home improvement tips and advice and make it happen.
Adam, I need more coffee.
Yeah, well, we'll have to.
I haven't had enough espresso today.
Right. I don't even want to tell you about my coffee adventures this morning.
I know.
I mean, what has happened to the local coffee shops?
I don't know why you keep going back to that one because this is like the, fourth time they've done that?
Okay, so I passed 3 coffee shops. I don't want to say the name because this is like, I passed 3 coffee shops on the way to the radio station.
I know.
Okay? And usually they used to open at 5 a.m. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now they don't open till of the 3 coffee shops, only one opens at 5:30. The other 2 don't open. Why? And I find out why. Can't get anyone to show up.
Yeah.
Can't get anyone to work. Well, is that the new broken record for the year? Labor. Well, let me just say this for everyone who is listening. We are in a train right now heading off a cliff, okay?
Yeah.
I'm never Mr. Doom and Gloom. I am never Mr. Half Empty. I am never Chicken Little. The sky is falling. But today, after doing all my research, after doing everything that makes me think, oi, what's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
We are on a train wreck ready to crash, literally. And there's a perfect storm coming. But let's just continue my coffee rant. I wanted a blonde roast this morning.
I know.
And that's like, okay, so like they said blonde roast.
I know how you feel because if I don't get the blonde espresso, because it's obviously a very different flavor than the regular, I'm like, hey, you guys didn't give me the blonde. They're like, oh, yeah, we don't have any.
Well, let me just
It's
say
not
this.
the same.
So
Same thing
they
as
gave
blonde
me an
roast.
Americano.
Yeah.
And I'm like, excuse me, I can tell the difference. If you would have just said to me, you don't have blonde roast ready, I'll take a pike or a Italian or whatever you have ready.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's the same thing. And she rolled her eyes. Now, at that point, I wanted to take the tap off of it and throw the coffee in her face like you see on like all the videos.
Thank you for not doing that.
And I wanted to be like World Star Hip Hop. I'm like, World Star Hip Hop. But I couldn't do it.
Yeah, don't.
So I smiled at her and I said, you know what? I'm sorry. Is it too much trouble to give you this back and have you make me a pike or a.
I hate that you had to apologize for
Well,
them
I was
not.
trying to be nice.
I know, for them not giving you the right thing again.
The role has reversed. It's like cancel culture. So I didn't want Karen to get mad at me. And so I just said, I'm sorry. And she looked at me, rolled her eyes.
Yeah.
And said, okay, fine. So now I don't know if she walked around the back in the corner. I couldn't tell. So maybe my coffee has extra ingredients this morning, or maybe it doesn't.
Oh, stop.
So what I did is when I got here, I didn't drink it. But when I got here, I put it in the microwave for like
to
3
like
minutes.
Boil it.
So I for sure I killed Corona. I killed everything in it. So that's my rant on coffee.
Do we have coffee back there?
There's a coffee maker. We can actually like hijack Valenti's coffee maker. And
ooh, thank you.
You can leave him a little gift. How about that? Of course, he hasn't been in the studio forever, so it's okay.
Okay.
But Roberto is, who does our Facebook Live. He'll probably be like, uh-oh, you better watch out.
I'm just waiting for the phone call from Roberto going, no.
Well, let's see if the phone rings. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, listen, I have a really good show. A really good show today lined up, Sarah. And I want to talk about record lumber prices.
I know.
It's more than lumber. It's drywall,
it's everything.
But let's stick in the home improvement realm, and then we'll go from there, okay?
Okay.
This is the Hard Time Radio Show. My name's Adam Helfman with the lovely Sarah Sells this morning. We'll be right back.
There's never a perfect time for a plumbing problem. So, how do you find an honest, affordable plumbing company you can count on? Log on to ShelbyMechanical.net and check out what makes us more than just a plumber. From our service app to our tech tracker, our innovative customer experience is second to none. Explore all the amazing services we offer. Look at all the outstanding ratings and read through our amazing reviews. Then like us on Facebook for the next time a plumbing problem pops up. Shelby Mechanical. We're more than just a plumber.
You know, it is the first week of summer, and that means air conditioning season,
yes.
right?
But the last thing you want is for the cool air that the air conditioning creates inside to leak outside.
So we brought in the guy who's got all the solutions. How about proper insulation? It's not just for wintertime.
So our home improvement insider, Adam Helfman of HireItDone.com, shows why every home should have it.
Most people think about keeping your house warm in the wintertime by using insulation. Well, today we're going to talk about how to keep your house cool by using insulation. Here we have pink insulation. Most people think of this as the insulation that goes in your walls that keeps the heat from traveling outside. Well, guess what? When your air conditioning's on this time of year, this insulation also keeps the cool air in and the hot air out. Here's a 2x4 wall installation. Now, typically, if you don't have insulation in here, the cold air would run right out, even through the drywall. When you add insulation into a wall, you can stop the cold air from leaving, and you can save up to about a 20-degree difference by having insulation done in your walls properly. Many people don't even know if they have insulation in their walls or not. That's why you need to call a professional. Here's the new construction wall without the insulation. Now follow me over here. This wall has already had the insulation woven through the 2x4s, and this allows you to know that on the other side, if there's people talking, you're not going to hear them. You may have a house that is already finished. Well, guess what? There's plenty of places for you to add insulation to your existing home. First of all, basement remodeling. Many people are finishing their basements today, so you might want to put insulation in the walls or in the bond plate. That'll stop the heat loss in your basement, and it'll be for a more comfortable space. Another location is in your existing walls. Our professionals can drill a hole in the wall, pump the insulation all the way in the wall, and that'll stop the noise from coming through and save you energy. And the last thing and most popular thing for your house is blown-in insulation in your attic. That, done properly with proper ventilation, will save you a ton of money cooling your house as well as heating.
Really good advice as always. Adam Helfman is in the studio. How do you know if you're losing cool air out of your house?
So we typically think of insulation for the wintertime.
Right.
But, okay, in the wintertime, insulation's keeping the heat in the house.
Right.
So conversely, in the summertime, you want to keep the cool air in. So we have a little demonstration set up today where we have this looks like the sun.
Okay.
Two types of insulation. The pink stuff that everyone Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning.
So what's going on your home improvement list? Anything good today?
Yeah. I need to find someone to cut my grass on my 2 properties.
Really? Where are they properties? You have to where are they located? Like, is it a 2-hour ride, 3-hour ride?
For you?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, for you. That's
St. Clair?
Yeah.
Still?
Still.
Okay. Whatever. So, all right. So let's address this. So 248-539-9797. If
Yeah.
anybody has a question this morning about home improvement, lumber prices, waiting, building, not building, finding contractors, the labor, there's like the perfect storm. Like I said, we have a train wreck ready to happen. I'm always Mr. Positive. I'm always Mr. Keep it right. Looks the good side of things. But right now, I'm giving you all my listeners and all my contractors a warning. Things are going to come crashing down fast, okay? And and I'll just give an example. I like this morning with the coffee. Oh, we can't find labor. We can't do this.
Yeah.
I was at the grocery store. There was the shelves were not like I'm used to, okay?
Oh, is it like that again up here?
Yeah, wait a minute. I then went to get some ink for my printer.
Yeah.
Out. Due to a nationwide shortage, out. There was a sticker on the window at the drive-thru this morning. We may not have all the food items you want. Think about this for a second.
Yeah.
Now, I'm seeing different verticals. I keep my finger on the pulse of home improvement.
Yeah.
Right? So I know lumber price. I know drywall, concrete.
Of course.
By the way, CT Concrete. What up, fellas? By the way, I saw CT in Birmingham. You guys are doing
nice.
sidewalks in Birmingham. And I just walked by. I didn't want to do a slump test or anything on you guys, but you know how it is. I gave you the Pez. I said, what up? So, but my point is, like finding a contractor. What do you do when the contractor says, okay, Mrs. Jones, it's $15,000 for your bathroom? You're like, okay, let's get it done. He applies for the permit. He goes to the city, and the city says we have a small delay on permits.
Long delay.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, it's 4 weeks, right?
Or more.
Well, let's just say 4, but it's usually 8 weeks, right? So now you're waiting a month, and then all of a sudden,
it's wild.
Tile, the lumber, the drywall, everything, plumbing, everything went up in price in a month. Contractor comes back, she says, Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner, listen, I know it's $15,000 for the job. However, my material costs are now, instead of $8,000 for my material's $11,000. I need $3,000 more from you.
I know.
What homeowner is going to say yes? Contractors, what are you going to do? Text me, 248-539-9797.
There's not a good solution. Because
if you're a contractor, do us a favor. Text us what you're going to do with homeowners with the price going up. Are you just going to tell homeowners, oh, yeah, we're going to just charge you more? No, it ain't going to happen that way. Adam, my wife and I plan on building a home, but we're still in the process of finding land to build on. Due to the lumber prices, we're not in a huge rush to build, but the housing market is so hot that selling our house would provide extra capital to invest in our home build. Yeah. Is it smart to wait or build right now? Sarah, what are your thoughts on, let's say you address the first part of the question, selling the home.
So one, call me if you're looking for land. As you know, I specialize in vacant land north of here, Macomb, St. Clair, Stanislaus County. So it's a catch-22, right, Adam? So if they go to sell their house now, they're going to be getting more than they probably would have ever thought that they could for their home.
Right.
However, they're going to need some place to stay while they build. And the cost of building is much more than it was even just a couple months ago.
What are you talking about? Even a week ago? So
exactly. Okay,
so
even a week ago.
You're good at the vacant land. Now, let me ask you a question. I want some waterfront property. You got any for me?
Yeah, I'm listing one tomorrow night.
Is it a nice, clean place?
It's clean. Just
Is
needs
it big?
updates. 23.
23 what mile?
100.
2,300.
Yep, square feet.
The house. I don't want. I'll tear the house down. I want a nice people waterfront property.
Oh, well, then this is perfect. It's at the end of a peninsula with
What lake?
St. Clair.
Oy, that's so far. Is there a place to fly over there?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Perfect. So here's the deal, friends. We're out in St. Clair. We haven't done work in Birmingham. We mostly do foundations and flat work.
Who said
Filling days.
they're out in St. Clair?
Luigi Cement needs laborers, CDL drivers. By the way, Luigi, what up, fellas? Do you give the same guarantee that CT Concrete gives? Because CT Concrete, they guarantee against theft and fire.
Who said they're out of St. Clair? Text back and say who you are. We don't have your name.
Oh, well, we'll get it. He'll come back.
Oh, is it
It's
CT?
Yeah, it's CT, of course. Yeah, so they know. So
Well,
there you
then
go.
I probably know who they are.
Well, listen.
We're from
why,
St.
Are you a
Clair.
popular St. Clair person or something?
I
Were you Miss St. Clair?
St. Clair, no, there's no such thing because it's like this big around.
Is it named after the river, or is the river named after St. Clair?
After the
Do you know the history?
well,
Okay, you're already pausing, folks. We have a problem here, and it's getting out of control. Okay, let's figure this out.
I need to know
CT, we
who
knew it was-
CT. I'm sure I know who they are. I mean, everyone knows everyone from St. Clair.
Really? Okay. Yes,
Yeah.
they do know. Okay, no, that was Luigi gives the theft and fire guarantee. See, that's the key, folks. Okay, so let's stay on focus. Let's rock this out today. We have a major issue going on with home improvement.
Yeah.
Labor. But
Labor,
what I want everyone to
material.
know, here's my problem. I see what's going on, okay? And I'm really, really thinking about, okay, what do we do? So let's talk about the answer to your question. You say you get top dollar if you sell your house, but then you got the other side of the coin. Is
Exactly.
Okay, so here's my advice to our friends who are listening, okay? And by the way, if you have a question, 248-539-9797. Here's what I would do. Sell your house. Put it on the market. Ask a number that's higher than you're even comfortable with, okay?
Right.
The reason why I say that is because you can always lower the price. Now, my other issue is at the same time that's doing parallel, go find somewhere to live in case someone comes in with a cash offer and says you need to be out in 30 days or less, okay? And your real estate agent can help you navigate that. But I'm going to say find a place to rent or live temporarily. And then take that cash, put it aside, and we'll talk about where you're going to put the cash. Maybe we'll go Doji, maybe XRP, maybe a little Ether, or
Well,
Bank of
I mean,
America.
that's just the problem right now, though, Adam, because as there's a shortage in lumber, there's a shortage of homes. That's
Well, of
why it's a
course.
seller's market.
It's
So
everything.
finding someone a house to rent is like almost obsolete.
Well, there's again, I said raise the price on the sale so that you buy yourself some time in case
They're
it gets
going
up.
over asking anyway.
Okay, but I'm saying, let's say they ask 300,000, or you would say normally in a normal market it'd be 300 grand, and you tell them go 390. Okay, and then
Well,
people. Well, I'm just saying because here's
yeah.
what will happen. People will be like, what? So here's my thing. At the time, you need to start finding a place to live, but I'm recommending you pause the building of the house, and here's why. The reason why I want you to pause building a new house is because I expect, and I don't want this to happen, I'm not wishing it, I'm not trying to be Chicken Little here, but I expect a housing crash, and I expect it coming quick, okay? We're talking before the end of the year. And the reason why I say this is once that happens, you'll be sitting on cash, and cash is king when it comes to purchasing and purchasing power. So then you're going to be able to go into the market 3 months, 4 months, 6 months into the crash and be like, all right, this $500,000 house, I'm not going to buy that now because I can get it for $250,000. Or you go to the $1.5 million house and get it for $750,000. That's what I'm saying. You'll get much more money for your dollar afterwards. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk more housing crash, lumber prices, and the doom and gloom because I'm a prepper and I'm ready. My name's Adam Helfman with the lovely Sarah Sells. We'll be right back.
That's right. So is anyone out there still rocking one of those old circular dial thermostat things, or perhaps some even an older
Or you have to kick the furnace to go. I don't know. Yeah, but hey, listen, you just come on and you want to get everything going. You get your hand in front of the old wood burner to check the time of day. Maybe you're still on a sundial. Can gauge temperatures.
That way, who knows? We're just kidding. But modern thermostats can make a huge difference in comfort and, my favorite thing, savings.
Yeah.
Our home improvement insider, Adam Helfman of Hire It Done, shows us which of these high-tech gadgets is right for your lifestyle.
A programmable thermostat can help you rake in the savings, but guess what? There's a hitch. You've got to actually pick one that you're going to use. According to a study, 90% of homeowners who have a programmable thermostat don't ever use it or even know how to use it. Let's find the right thermostat for your house. There are several types of programmable thermostats, each with its own distinctive scheduling style. The first one I recommend is a 7-day programmable thermostat. It's best for individuals or families with erratic schedules. Since this is the most flexible option, it lets you program a different heating and cooling schedule for each day of the week. Another thermostat you should consider is the 511 programmable thermostat. It has one heating and cooling schedule for the week, plus you can schedule a different heating and cooling plan for Saturday and Sunday. If budget is an issue and you still want to save money, I recommend the 1-week programmable thermostat. This allows you to set one heating and cooling plan that will be repeated daily for the entire week. If you're ready to supercharge your savings, I recommend you get a Wi-Fi thermostat. It connects to the internet in your house and allows you to control the temperature of your home wherever you're at around the world. The latest and greatest Wi-Fi thermostats have what they call a smart away mode. It uses the GPS locator in your phone to detect when you come and go, adjusting the temperature accordingly to save energy and maximize comfort. Another feature in your Wi-Fi thermostat is what we call the feels like temperature. Similar to the feels like temperature in a weather report, it takes into account temperature and humidity to make your home feel exactly like you want it. Another great feature of the Wi-Fi thermostat is the Allergen Defender. It monitors the air quality and the pollen levels of your local zip code and automatically turns the fan on to clean your home's air when the outdoor levels are high. Here's a tip. When setting your thermostat back, the Department of Energy says that you can save about 3% for every degree you set your thermostat back over an 8-hour time period.
This is cool stuff. Adam Helfman is here from HireItDone.com. It's good to have you back.
Always, yeah.
I didn't know my thermostat would know where I am before Susan does.
I know.
That's great.
They're smart.
Yeah.
They're called the Internet of Things today.
Right.
Today's thermostats are connected. So it's all Wi-Fi,
That's beautiful.
part of your phone.
All right, so where do we start? Because there are a number of choices, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at this one right here. This is called the Nest Learning Thermostat. Okay, so it learns when you leave your house, when you come home, it learns your lifestyle.
Okay.
This is from Verizon Wireless. You can get it there. And it's about $250, but it saves you money. The key, though, the key to this is programming it. Okay. It's like a modern-day VCR or VHS. Remember those? Yeah. You only use it to play or record.
Right.
Sure.
So you do have to take a little bit of time to set it up. But once you do, the savings roll right in.
Love it.
It makes sense. And if you want to push it in and then twist the temperature.
Look at this fanciness.
And you can adjust it, and then it'll automatically turn on and off.
I see. Okay.
Love it.
Very
I
cool.
love it.
Very cool. And it's got a square backplate. See, this is critical. When you put a round thing over what used to be a rectangle, sometimes they don't match up, but this gives you the ability to cover.
Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. We got Sarah Sells across the table here this morning. We're talking lumber prices. We're talking real estate a little bit. It's time for Sarah Says.
I love it. Okay, guys. So this weekend, we are going to talk about staging.
Let me ask a question about that.
Yeah, we've had a couple questions about staging. So if you're not going to be doing any remodeling or renovating and you're thinking about moving, I get that question a lot about staging. You know, is it worth it? Is it necessary? How much is it?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk. I'm glad you brought up staging. Why did staging become a thing in real estate? What was the reason that triggered that? Do you know?
So what triggered it is a lot of people could not see past current homeowners' style or paint or the way they had the room configured, and so many buyers buy based upon first appearance.
So the clutter, the whole thing. So it's more of a visual thing where like someone walks in and they're like, I can't,
So it's not just a visual thing, Adam. For instance, if there's a house that has a really quirky layout and it's hard to kind of figure out, well, what is this room used for? What did they do that? In this room, was it an office, a bedroom? So staging can really help change someone's perspective on, maybe smaller square footage. Well, I don't know, maybe this room is too small. I don't know if I could fit a bed in here or a desk in here. So it's really good for that too. The layout of the room, the use of the space of the room, particularly a vacant house or one that's in a maybe not so desirable location.
Okay. So with the market so hot, and that's what we're talking about, because it's a seller's market, which means
it is.
People who are selling homes are really much in control, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, okay, so with the seller's market, the houses are on the market, like the amount of days on market is like almost down to like weeks, right?
Or days.
Okay.
I mean, realistically, correct.
People are jumping at opportunities to buy houses right now because obviously the interest rates are low as well.
Yep.
So the key here is staging as important as it was when it was a seller or buyer's market?
No. But the number one most important thing, and you hit the nail on the head, is the decluttering. So I actually offer a service that's not staging, but it's decluttering and using the items that are currently in the homeowner's home or taking them away. So it really opens up the room, the counter space. Some people need that. They don't know what to leave on the counter or what to leave on the wall and that kind of thing.
Okay. And so that makes sense. So what's your advice right now if someone wants to sell their house, like the homeowners here who texted us earlier that wanted to know about selling their house?
Right. Number one thing.
Do you have to see it? I'll recommend staging or not?
Yeah, absolutely. So I haven't had to do staging in a year or two. And it was a larger home that had a different kind of layout, and it made a huge difference in the house. But the number one thing is decluttering. We want everything to kind of be open, bright, decluttered.
Okay, well, that's kind of cool. Oh, that makes sense. So right now, staging is not as busy and popular as it is because of the seller's market and the conditions.
I would agree with that 100%.
Okay, but if someone said to you, hey, I want to consider that because I want to make sure, you'll start with decluttering and then figuring it out.
Yes.
All right, makes sense. I got you.
Yes.
Okay, so makes sense. 248-539-9797. You got a question for Sarah or myself, or one that Google can't answer? We'd love to help you out. If you're a contractor, essential worker, or anyone listening, you want to shout out, we're here for you. Mo Roca from Dearborn, what up? I have a unique opportunity, Adam, to get a deal on a really nice property in another country. Ooh. Have you ever done anything with international properties? And if so, what unforeseen or unique hurdles popped up? If it matters, the property I'm speaking of is in Switzerland. Switzerland. Okay, well, they got good skiing and good chocolate and hot girls. Blue hair or blonde hair, blue eyes. Just like I like.
And I'm not Swedish.
Well, exactly. So, with that being said,
Scottish and Hungarian.
Okay, well, there you have it.
Just in case you wanted to know.
Everyone wants to know.
That's where I get it from.
So let's give this guy some information. So yeah, when you buy property in another country, there are definitely major rules. Some countries
100%.
do not allow you to own property if you're not a citizen.
Right.
So you got to be really careful about that. If you're not a citizen in that country, it's a possibility. Now, do you have to have special? You might pay a tax, like 100% tax. So if you pay $1,000 for the property, you got to pay $1,000 in tax. Mm-hmm. It's like some crazy law. So if I were you, I would hire a real estate lawyer in that country and look for all the reasons why. Now, there's other opportunities as well. You might be able to buy it on a land contract and then evolve that way, but I'm not so sure.
There's a lot more that goes into it when you're dealing with international.
I'd like to buy a piece of property in Windsor. on the river, Detroit River. Is there Windsor across from St. Clair? Is Canada across
There's
from St. Clair?
Canada across from St. Clair. Yes.
How far? Can you see it?
Yes.
From St. Clair? On your like a property in St. Clair? You can look across the river and you see
Yes.
Canada? Okay. So it's not like it's in the middle of the ocean or whatever.
No, it's literally right there. And my other property is south of St. Clair. The same thing. It's right on the river.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe can you do real estate in Windsor or no?
No, it's international.
I
would just refer.
I have a friend who lives in Windsor. Her name's Danielle.
Okay.
I'm going there, but I can't because my connection at the border won't let me across. He's like, dude, you'll never get back. He's like, I'll let you through, but you can't come back. I'm like, well, what's the big deal? He goes, unless you get a friend of yours to pick you up on a boat on the river, which is I can do. He's like, you're caught.
Yeah, but please don't. Because
Wait a minute.
Because they're going like crazy in the river too.
Who, the Coast Guard?
No, Homeland.
Well, yeah. Well, I see the Coast Guard every day all there. So, anyways, long story short, it's okay. She can wait. She'll be coming here soon.
Wow.
Well, I was going to go there because of the ribs.
Yeah.
Tunnel Barbecue or Tommy's Barbecue. Excuse me. They have the best food. But anyways, okay. So let's talk about the problem with labor in home improvement.
Yes.
Okay. So everybody. So I'm talking to
It's so bad.
all my contractors. I call them, weekly. Hey guys, what's going on? Give me the roofing pricing. Give me the handyman pricing. Like Keith Paul Handy Pro, great handyman company. Literally, he's got a dozen handymen working for him. Every one of them is booked out for months. Think about that.
It's really bad.
Maybe I should open Hire It Done handyman service. I think that might be the way to go.
I would say so.
Okay, so lumber. We already know our friends from John's Lumber, and all the other lumber companies, Bolliard Lumber. I talked to them recently. They're like, dude, it's out of control. It's insane. So what does that do to the improvement business? Okay. Lumber going up. Why is lumber going up? Do you know why lumber's going up?
Yeah, because there's a shortage of all of the above.
Okay, yeah. So it was a domino effect. When
Yeah.
they shut everything down, the lumber mills stopped.
Yep.
Okay. They stopped cutting the trees down. They stopped processing the trees to
Yeah,
become
it just
lumber.
trickles down.
And then when they stopped shipping and then the borders closed, because we get a lot of lumber from Canada. We get a lot of, you hear SYP, Southern Yellow Pine. We get a lot from the South.
Yep.
So what happens? Some Yahoo decided, well, if we can constrict supply, the price goes up, right? And then you have lumber brokers. So there's a little bit more to it than just, well, we couldn't get anyone to drive the truck to deliver the lumber. And then when they got the guy to deliver the lumber, there was no one to offload the lumber at the lumberyard because why? Just like this one listener said, one of the problems with Michigan construction is that it's seasonal, and a lot of guys are collecting unemployment and looking for employers that are paying cash. That's driving labor prices up. Employers have to stop paying cash. It's screwing everyone. Okay, so what we need to do is stop the unemployment when there's a job opportunity. Unemployment is for, and by the way, let me remind this to all you dummies out there, and I'm really mad right now because of this. Unemployment is for when you lose your job, okay? And then they pay you. By the way, I pay unemployment tax. That money goes to pay you who sits on your butt. Then you're supposed to look for a job. Well, stimmy money and PP this and that. Guess what? We have to now have these people sit on their butt, and they're making more money on unemployment
Sitting at home.
than they want to work. So what does that do? It raises the prices for you homeowners, and you're screwing yourselves. So get off your butt and get the job, okay? Because here's what's going to happen. The economy's going to come crashing down. Our dollars are going to be worth zero, and you're going to be holding the bag. And guess what? There's no toilet paper on the shelves now. What do you think you're going to wipe your butt with when everything crashes? Oy, thank God I have a Kohler toilet that wipes my butt. I don't need toilet paper. How about that, Sarah?
I knew that was coming.
Amen, Adam. That's right. All right. This show's flying through today. Guess what? When we come back, I want to tell you about something, Sarah.
Okay.
So you're going to have to wait. Is that okay?
Yes.
248-539-9797. You got a question Google can't answer? I'm your man. We'll be right back.
There's never a perfect time for a plumbing problem. So, how do you find an honest, affordable plumbing company you can count on? Log on to ShelbyMechanical.net and check out what makes us more than just a plumber. From our service app to our tech tracker, our innovative customer experience is second to none. Explore all the amazing services we offer. Look at all the outstanding ratings and read through our amazing reviews. Then like us on Facebook for the next time a plumbing problem pops up. Shelby Mechanical, we're more than just a plumber.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, the deep freeze this week not only takes a toll on people, it can take a toll on your pipes.
Yeah,
right?
broken water pipes are not only a hassle, it's the repair and then the expense and the cleanup. Home Improvement Insider Adam Helfman of Hire It Done has simple steps that you can take now to avoid a mess later on.
Plumbing problems happen at the most inconvenient times. Today, we're going to learn about how to avoid plumbing disasters inside and outside your home. Let's start with this outside hose spigot. What we have here is a leaking outside hose bib, and today we've got Big John's Plumbing. He's going to install a frost-free spigot. This spigot prevents it from freezing and prevents the pipes from bursting. Here's a tip. If you have a regular hose bib or even a frost-free hose bib, add one of these insulated faucet covers for added insulation. Now that we're inside the house, let's start in the basement and take a look at this water heater. Over time, corrosion and sediment builds up inside the water tank. What I recommend you do is have a professional drain it once a year. Here's a simple task. If you're a do-it-yourselfer, go out and buy some insulating pipe wrap. Install this around all the exposed water lines inside your home. We're on the main level right now in a bathroom. If you have a house that has bathroom plumbing on an exterior wall, what I recommend you do is open up your cabinet doors and allow the warm air from the house to migrate into the cabinet. What that will do is prevent the plumbing from freezing. If you're planning a vacation or maybe just a quick weekend getaway, I recommend that you take any faucet that's on an exterior wall of your house and turn it to a slow drip. That way the water will never freeze. About the width of a pencil is how much water should be coming out of the faucet.
Adam Helfman of Hire It Done is here. More valuable ways to protect our pipes this winter. Thanks for being here, Adam.
Yeah, good to see you as always.
Always
You've got a
learn
lot of
something.
interesting stuff. One of them kind of high-tech, and then like the pipe wrap stuff we can do.
Yeah, so let's start over here.
Yeah.
So this is a frost-free hose bib. As you can tell, it looks like, sits on the outside of your house. However, the valve is all the way over here.
Oh.
So when it's in your house, the shutoff is inside.
Gotcha.
Allows so the pipe won't freeze.
Right.
Interesting.
Very easy installation for a professional
Yeah.
Okay.
to do like that. So everybody wants to do pipe wrap, okay?
Right.
So this is just this is easy, do it yourself. Get a local hardware store, and just slide it on the pipes. And I brought today. In the past, a lot of homeowners go and get a plumber to do work for them, and he
Right.
uses this red and blue pipe, and everyone's used to copper.
Right.
Well, this is the replacement for that.
Okay.
It's
Why?
called PEX, P-E-X. Well, it's a lot less expensive,
Okay.
but it's more durable.
Okay.
This can expand 10 times its own size.
Really? What is this
Before
made
it
out of?
freezes. It's
PEX?
a carbonate. Well, PEX is
Welcome
the
back.
brand.
This is Hire It Done. My
However,
name's
it's
Adam
just a
Helfman.
Polycarbonate
Okay.
or a PVC.
So, Sarah, let me
easily,
ask you a question.
You just put
Yes,
your pipes
Adam.
around it,
Right.
and it'll prevent it.
Lumber
from
Okay,
prices
so here's
are
the
gone
cool
up.
thing, because I don't have
I
Yeah,
heard
it's-
about
a
it.
house, but I think it's so cool.
It's bad. I think I'm really going to have to consider putting off the total remodel on the Victorian.
Well, it's definitely. If I were you, I would take a hard look at all that. So I talked to a drywaller the other day, who's a supplier. He does steel studs. He does drywall insulation, and he told me he bought four containers of drywall. He ordered 4 containers. Now, container is like a shipping container.
Yeah.
Each container has 4 truckloads in it. So that's
Right.
like 16 truckloads, which is a lot of.
Smart.
The supplier said you might get 1 container. And by the way, we're out of drywall mud. So think about that.
I
You got
know.
a project roughed in, folks, and the contractor comes to you and says, "Hey, Mr. Homeowner, I'd love to get the drywall, but
I can't do anything
budget,
else.
my
I
budget for
know.
drywall was $3,000. Now the drywall company says they can deliver, but it's $9,000.
I
I can't
know.
eat the $9,000. I'm not going to lose money on your job. So as a homeowner, what do you do? What do you do when the contractor says, I need more money? This is my advice right now for everyone out there, okay? Because of this is, okay, first of all, I'm going to give two types of advice. One for contractors to tell homeowners, and then one for homeowners to ask the contractor, okay? Because you have a contract.
100%.
And a contract states that this is the price, and it's a legal document. Now, if there's a clause in the contract that says, God, whatever, act of God, strikes, lockouts, that clause,
that's what plays into this.
Validates the ability for the contractor to ask for more money. So, folks, let's make sure that there's language in your contract that will prevent it. But if you sit with your contractor and he communicates with you and he says, listen, Mrs. Jones, I can't control the pricing. When I bid your job, I got the quotes. I did my overhead, profit, and my markup, and here's the price. Now, if the city takes a delay, it's 6 to 8 weeks, and in the 6 to 8 weeks, lumber and everything else goes up 20%. Your 20% increase could be there. Now, as a homeowner, you can say, well, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that. And the contractor has the right to say, okay, I'll lock it in and I'll do it. Or he can say, you know what, then I can't do your job. So it becomes one of those, what do we do? So the other side of the coin, Sarah, should be this. Mrs. Jones, I'd love to do your job. And I intend to do the job, and this is how I do my business. However, these are extraordinary times.
Yes.
These are times that I just can't consciously say to you, here's the price. Or if normally I'd charge you $12,000 for this, but I know that the prices are going to go up, so I'm going to charge you $18,000. That $6,000 should be enough. Then you're a homeowner and you're like getting jammed, right? I just bent you over because I'm screwing you with the price. So now, what do? Here's what I say. Here's a meet me halfway scenario, Sarah, and I want your opinion after I tell you this. So tell me what you think of this. If I'm the contractor, you're the homeowner.
Yes.
Okay. So, Mrs. Sarah, here's what I want to do for you.
Okay.
Because it's extraordinary times, because I don't want to get into a pissing battle with you as far as the pricing, I'm going to give you a labor quote because my laborers are already working for me and everybody works. I'm going to give you a price of $7,000 in labor to get your job done. And whenever I buy any of the material for the job, here's my estimate for the material, $6,000, let's just say. But whatever it is, you're going to pay for.
Right.
So if it becomes $7,000,
it's on
you. You're going to pay for it. But if it becomes
I agree.
5,000,
I think that is, look, there is not a win-win situation for anyone going through any of this right now. However, it seems like that's the fair, best road to go. I mean, even for myself, like my quotes have gone to asking just that, Adam. Okay, so what's your labor cost? I'll buy the material, right?
Yep.
So I 100% agree with you.
Okay, so let's keep that in mind then. Okay, so then I say to you, okay, Mrs. Homeowner, we're going to write the contract this way. This is a labor-only bid. All materials, invoices are to be paid by the homeowner at time of sale.
Yeah.
So I have accounts, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the lumber and say to you, okay, I just put it on my account, but
Yes.
here's the quote, and I need your credit card. Now, you as a homeowner have to agree to that, and then it becomes an issue because now it's like, what's the warranty, guarantee? If the material's not great, if there's excess material, there's a lot of things that will also come out of life, but
Okay, but at the same time, even if we're doing it that way, it's still better than, the normal way of doing it. Let's say the quote unquote normal way.
yeah, well, here's the thing.
And
It's got to be a meet me halfway scenario.
you know what, Adam? I've also can say from that, just for myself as a single female having to go through this and do all this, I have become more knowledgeable on the price of things, labor, material. So it's also a really good thing, I think, because we're becoming more and more educated on the reality of certain situations and the real true cost of things.
Okay, well, that's a fair statement. Someone just texted, Adam, when do you see lumber prices going down? A year or two or never? Here's what I think. That's Nicholas. Here's what I think will happen. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm never the doom and gloom guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say the glass half full. I don't want to be Chicken Little, the sky is falling. But I'm telling you, all indicators, all the things that I monitor in the home improvement space are coming to fruition. And now I'm seeing it outside of that. I'm seeing the shelves being bare at the grocery store. I'm seeing at Staples, the ink cartridges are out, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oy vey, so what do we do? So here's the thing. If you're a homeowner and you know lumber prices are getting out of control, now I'm not trying to tell you to stop your construction. However, my opinion from someone who's been in the industry over 30 years who thinks, all right, this is the time to really take a pause, okay?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I would wait because here's what will happen. If it crashes, okay, that means people won't have time or money to buy the lumber. People won't be able to do it. And then there will be a little bit of a glut. Supposedly, the demand goes down. Once demand, it's like an economics, simple economics 101. High demand equals high prices.
Mm-hmm.
Low supply, high demand is higher prices.
Correct.
Right? High supply, low demand, lower prices. So what happens is it's going to be a balancing act. It'll self-correct, but it'll take some time. So you got to be smart. Now, who loses in this? The contractors lose.
Yes.
Okay? I don't want the contractors to lose. I want us to win. So we all have to work together and play together in the sandbox. That's the key. Okay? 248-539-9797. If you're a contractor, tell me what you would do. Tell me your opinion. If you're a homeowner and you're worried, let me know what you're thinking. We're going to ask and we're going to answer it for you here on the show. Sarah, guess what today is?
Salt Sale Saturday.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's correct.
I'm on it.
Today's Salt Sale Saturday.
So I just want to interject after this, too.
Yeah.
As the homeowner, by the way.
Okay. Well, let me do the quick moment.
Yes.
So I want to take a quick moment to talk about Salt Sale Saturdays at Beauchamps. Is that okay? Yes, it is. Okay.
The
And it's
producers say
Beauchamp
yes.
Water Treatment Solutions in Brighton and in Waterford. And they're opening in Hull soon. Every Saturday you get Duracube at a regular, unbelievably low $5.99 a bag.
Which is a great price.
40-pound bag, yeah.
Mhm.
Duracube Red Out for $6.99 a bag. Potassium chloride for $19.99 a bag.
Great price.
Plus 5 gallons of bottled water for $2.99 each. Sarah, do they have in St. Clair? Do they have city water or do they have well water out there?
We have city water, Adam.
Well, I'm
In
just
the
asking.
township, there's well.
Okay, well,
If you live in
listen,
the country.
I live in Bloomfield Hills, and guess what? I have a well
I know.
and city water. How about them apples?
So we have.
You know why I have a well? Because when the SHTF hits the fan, right? I'm ready, so I'll be able to pump
It
well
came
water.
with a well.
No, when I built the house, I put the well
I thought that it came with a well.
in. Okay, well, I put it in. So here's the thing. But when the city water came in, they wanted you to abandon your well.
Yeah.
I said, of course I'm abandoning it. Wink, wink. And then I did.
Well, now they know.
Well, so that's all right. Let them come try and do me. So here's the thing. I just, what I did is I put a valve on my well water.
Uh-huh.
And it does my sprinkler system. However,
Yeah.
I can switch it so it goes back into the house, and I can pump well water for drinking water. So I'll be
I see.
selling 5-gallon buckets of water when everything dies. You'll be coming to my house. We'll
Okay.
line everyone up. It'll be Adam the water guy. That's how we're gonna roll. So,
Okay.
So, anyways, my whole point with Salt Cell Saturdays is you got to go there because they have the best stuff.
They really do. They've helped out some of my clients too. They're fantastic.
Definitely. And I have their water softener. I mean, I
Mhm.
have their water filter and of reverse osmosis. Literally, I love it.
Mhm.
I don't drink a lot of water, but because of them, I drink more water. So it's a good thing. But hey, you know how that goes. So lumber prices out of control. Copper. Have you seen what copper's going for?
It's astronomical.
Astronaut. Well, it's like $6 a pound or some crazy number. Like you wouldn't even believe it. It's so bad. 248-539-9797. You got a question Google can't answer? It's Shout Out Saturday. Of course, we're gonna tell everyone what up. But we're gonna take a quick break. Keep it locked in. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. We'll be right back.
SkyrocketingRepairs.com.
Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. These new microphones in the studio here. I'm trying to adjust them. I don't want to yell into them, but hey, you know how that goes. So, you want to save energy. We just talked about how to save energy from our Going Green segment, but the way to do it right is to really, like I said, the best furnace, the best roof, the best waterproofing. It's all about the guy who's installing it. So in studio with me right now is a good friend of the Hire It Done radio show, and one of the most experienced insulation contractors in Metro Detroit, bar none, legit. His name, Tom Mackey. Dana Insulation is the company. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Adam. How are you today?
I'm kicking butt, brother. How
there
you doing?
There you go. That's what we're supposed to do, aren't we, on Saturday morning?
Well, I think, this is how you start the weekend.
That's right.
Everyone's thinking about home improvement on the weekends.
Yeah, it's a busy weekend for me.
I bet. So now that we're past Halloween, the weather's changed. It's cold every morning. Frost had a little bit of snow. People are now putting the heat on, and they're now starting to think, okay, I better figure out a way to save energy. Is this your busy season?
It generally starts the end of August. Yes, to answer your question. It starts the end of August, and it ramps up as the weather changes, as it's getting colder and colder. Our phones are ringing nonstop. We bring on extra staff to answer phones this time of year, and we're busy.
That's, of course, the best way to do it. So let's just get right down to it. Homeowners always say to me, Adam, I got cold air around my windows. I should go buy the hair blower and that plastic wrap and, put it on, blah, 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 and it never looks the way the picture looks. How many people do you encounter call you and say, how do you do that?
Well, that's a year-round phone call that we get. They want to talk about the leaks and or drafts that they're feeling from their windows, door walls, doors.
Sure.
And it's a tough one because, unfortunately, when the windows or doors or door walls are installed, it's paramount that they use non-expanding foam as opposed to stuffing and randomly stuffing with fiberglass, and that's where all our leaks are coming from.
Exactly. So that's why we need to make sure that people understand how this happens. So if you're listening right now and you want some insulation tips, you have a question about insulation, what the best insulation is, different brands, different kinds, how much does it cost, text us, 97136, or go to Facebook Live. You can watch us in studio. Tom Mackey from Dana Insulation. The website's danafoaminsulation.com. And so my question is, Tom, you say expanding foam insulation. You see these red cans called, great, whatever it is, great skate, I don't know.
Great stuff.
Great stuff. Anyways, people say, I can go grab that and just spray the edges. And you see, I've been in the house where it's bubbling out. You see all that?
Yeah. Well, I kind of equate it to someone who paints for the first time. There's a number of things that they don't know if they paint for the first time. They don't know yield on product. They don't know how thick or how thin to put it on.
Right.
They're not getting the maximum usage out of the can, whether it's paint or whether it's expanding foam. We use, in our applications, a non-expanding foam when we do new construction. It's a little easier to deal with. It's a better product for the...
So if it doesn't expand, is it like superior? I mean, I know there's low expanding and non-expanding, but the stuff you use is specifically made for that application. Am I right?
That is correct.
Okay. So when a homeowner, let's get down to 101 insulation, okay? Homeowner turns the heat on because they're cold. The heater, the furnace, blows hot air through the ductwork and heats the inside. Science says heat travels towards the cold.
100%.
So the cold is on the outside walls. The cold is outdoors, right? So heat's going to travel out that way. Now, when you have leaks around the windows, when you have a door, an exterior door, and you can look at the edge of the door and you can see light through it, that's where the heat is going to, right?
Oh, that's a real serious problem.
Okay, so when the heat goes out that way, the heat inside the house is traveling out that way, and that means the furnace has to keep working to maintain the temperature that you request. Is that smart?
Well, you can consider your furnace like a cash register. The more it turns on, the more cash is going out of the register.
Cha-ching.
Yeah,
right, okay.
That's exactly.
So now, let's use common sense. If you stop the heat from leaving the house by sealing up some of the holes and sealing up around the windows and sealing up around doors, just that area, If you stop the heat, then the heat stays in the house longer, right?
100%.
So now then the heat stays at the temperature longer because it's not going out. And that results in your furnace working less.
And your cost
Go down.
of gas are reduced.
Right, because you're not using as much gas.
That's correct.
Now take that and go from an 80% furnace to a 95% furnace, which means it uses 95% of the gas instead of 80% of the gas in the cycle. You've now increased your savings even more. Logic?
That's exactly the way it works.
Okay. So saving money is a responsibility, and it's also good for the environment, right?
Well, I mean, as you know, the utility companies in Michigan, throughout the country, to be honest with you, are tasked with the job to have their clients save energy as best they can.
They try to.
Yeah, and they
They
offer
credits.
incentives to, in fact, have their clients do that.
How are the incentives? Still good?
The incentives are marvelous. They really are. Depending upon where you live and who services your gas account, they're better in the consumer's power market than they are, unfortunately, in the DTE. However, in northern Macomb, Semco has a marvelous program as
So
well.
let's use Metro Detroit area. Let's use Southeast Michigan. Homeowner calls you up. And let's just say they're a DTE customer or a consumer, either one. And they say, I need to insulate my house. I need to reduce my energy costs. What is it going to take? And how much money can I save, or what kind of rebates can I get? So let's go break it down through data insulation.
Well, the unfortunate thing, or I think the challenging thing about being an insulation contractor in 2019 is that, even though the economy is outstanding and we're getting plenty of inquiry calls, people still, the number one thing, they think the world revolves around what the final cost is. And that isn't the way they should be looking at things. What they should be looking at is, A, is the problem, B is the solution, C is the result of the two. And if they would begin to do it in that order instead of reverse engineering it and work from the cost back, they'd be in better shape for themselves. Now, insulation, at the end of the day, has a return on investment or an ROI. I don't know that a kitchen does.
Okay, well, let me tell you.
But it does in
that.
the end. It doesn't ongoing.
Well, you're always saving money when you have insulation. That's the best part about it.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to try and reduce your energy costs by adding insulation or making your house more energy efficient. It doesn't have to mean insulation. It could be just caulking. It could be
Caulking's huge.
Right. So, okay. And that makes sense. So if anyone has an insulation question, text us 97136 or go to Facebook Live. You can put it in the comments. We're always available. We've got Tom Mackey from Dana Insulation. Tom, how long have you guys been around?
We're a 42-year. We're in our 43rd year. We started in 1977.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
A big mazel tov to you. Okay. Homeowner says, yeah, I got to save. I feel the draft. I feel this. I feel that. They call you up today, and they say, I heard you on the radio. I need to save energy. What's the first thing you ask them? What are you looking to do, or what's the conversation sound like?
Well, I tried to acquaint myself with the caller as best I can and let them know that I do need an hour of their time. I do need to be thorough. I need to hear more about their home, their lifestyle, the way they live, and I need to hear what is concerning them in person.
Okay.
So once I can isolate what the problem is, then I can craft a solution that fits their home.
So we'll give an example. Give a typical bungalow.
Bungalows are the most challenging, Adam.
Right?
They are.
So it's all we moved upstairs in the bungalow. It's beautiful, but it's always cold in the winter, and it's always burning hot in the summer. Good morning.
Good morning.
Lumber prices. Sarah, lumber. But here's the thing: copper, wire.
It's all so bad.
How about gas?
Bad.
Food.
Bad.
Like literally.
Yeah.
I went to a restaurant the other day. This is the true story, everyone. Okay. Now it may have been the best steak sandwich I ever had.
Where?
I can't tell you because.
Yes, you can. You can say the good stuff.
Okay.
You can't say the
So
bad stuff.
I was having lunch with a friend of mine.
Female.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Just a friend. She's cool though, like literally cool. Her name's Jordan. Anyways, here's the deal. Shout out to Justin Becker, by the way, who's listening to the show this morning. So we're at Townhouse in Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
You ever been there?
Yeah.
Okay, so Townhouse in Birmingham has like really good food. It's a
Yeah.
little pricey, but it's good. You get what you pay for. But here's the thing. The owner, Jeremy, is an experiential proprietor. You know what that means? He wants you to enjoy the experience of eating there as well as
Was
the
that-
food.
Rewind. What did you call it?
Experiential? It's a big word, Sarah.
I know it's a big word, but I don't think that's...
A real word?
No.
Please. Listen, I'm the 8th grade spelling bee champ. Okay?
Okay.
So
How do
I
you
understand the words experiential. So, okay. But I digress. So, 248-539-9797. Is experiential a word or not?
No.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. I
No?
am telling you, it's not.
Okay, well, I will eat corn.
You
Or
will,
Hollywood
because
Crow.
my mom was an English teacher and she wrote a couple books. So I'm telling you, that's not a word. That's why I said rewind.
Folks, friends.
You can make
Family.
it a word. That's cool, but
Okay, did you know schmutz and skuts is a word? It's a higher dumb word.
I knew that.
Experiential. Okay. So anyways. here's the bottom line.
James, can you
Go ahead,
Google,
James.
Google
Throw
it
me under
in?
the bus, James. Let's hear it.
Oh, there goes the producer. Here we go. Sarah wins again.
No, he doesn't. He
I
doesn't.
don't even need espresso. Just let me keep winning.
Okay, you didn't win.
I
Okay,
did
no one
win.
guaranteed that that's not a word. It's a word, and I'm telling you it's a word. And don't mess with the champ, okay? You can be a champ or a
here-
chump. It's a word.
and
100% it's a word. I'll bet everyone. Who wants to bet Dogecoin? Who wants to bet crypto, XRP, helium? Let's roll, baby. It's a word.
I really, really hate to do this, Sarah. It is actually a word.
Wait, say it how it's spelled though.
Bump. Experiential.
Experiential?
EXPERIENTIAL. Experiential. Okay,
Definition says involves or based on experience and observation from the Oxford Dictionary.
Even
Okay.
the Oxford Dictionary. You want to go to Webster and get the other
Fine.
dictionary? Would you like the Helfman definition, Sarah? That's right. Look at her. She's all red and she's all bent out of shape. Now she's pouting.
Am I red?
You're so bad. Your teeth look really white, by the way, today.
It's my sunburn.
Oh, is that what it is?
12 hours on a boat in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay. So experiential is what the word was.
God, I'm so
Amazing. Hit like and follow. By the way, we're on Facebook Live right now. If anyone wants
like
to,
and follow.
if anybody wants to see what we're doing in the
And
studio,
there
having
it
fun.
is.
So here's the deal. My friend
Don't-
Jeremy owns
here
Townhouse.
here he comes. Here
Oh,
he
no.
comes. He's coming in with a zinger. I can already see his mind working.
Okay, let me finish the story, please.
Okay.
Because this has to do with pricing. So my friend Jeremy owns Townhouse.
Yeah.
And he says to me, because I'm friends with him, and he's literally one of the sharpest restaurateurs around.
Yeah.
He
I
says
would
to me,
agree.
Adam, I want my guests to have an experiential event. Besides having the best food, I want it to be experiential. And I said to him, I even said to him, tell me what that means. He says, listen, my staff, from the minute you walk in to the way the cleanliness of the place is to the staff
I would
greeting
agree.
you, and the quality of the food.
Yeah.
I want you to remember it more than just the price. He goes, but I do charge for it. He goes, I'm not for everyone. I'm not McDonald's. You can have $1 French fry, right?
Yeah.
And then you go to the grocery store and you get a cup of fruit for $5.99. What is wrong with the world, right?
I know.
So
I know.
Jeremy has on the menu at Townhouse Philly steak and cheese sandwich. It's sliced prime ribeye.
Mhm.
Okay, literally prime. And it's a big sandwich. The sandwich is like a real foot long. You know what I'm saying? Or bigger than a foot long.
Yeah.
And literally, I loved it. It was that good. And I asked him to add some sauteed mushrooms on it. So my point is,
Oh my God, can we go?
it was so good. We can split it because it's that big.
See, I want that with extra cheese and jalapenos.
Oh no, jalapenos would be good.
See?
So now you're making me hungry.
And
So-
mine would be on lettuce.
Okay, but here's the thing. By the way, if anyone wants to watch us on Facebook Live, you can check it out. Go to 97.1 on Facebook, Hire It Done on Facebook. There's 19 different places that it's on. You can check us out. But here's my point. Yeah, hi there, Adam. Dan from Livonia. Yeah, you can let Sarah know experiential's a word. Thank you.
I know. Okay, I thought yeah. I got it.
Adam, you still consider yourself the minister of renovation because all I would call you is ha ha ha. Guess what, dude? I forgot more than you'll ever know. Thank you. That's what I want to tell you. And by the way, my closet is bigger than your whole house. So back to experiential. The Philly steak and cheese sandwich, Sarah. How much do you think it was?
18.
Okay, and that's expensive. You said 18, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
what?
it's relative.
Okay,
You get what you pay for.
Right, and it was the most expensive sandwich I ever had, and it wasn't 18. Okay, I'm going to tell you what it was after the break.
Okay.
My name's Adam Helfman. Text us 248-539-9797. How much was my Philly steak and cheese sandwich? We're going to find out after the break. This is the Hire It Done Radio Network.
Fun. So today's market makeover madness is going to go into a whole new level, as in the basement. So for many homeowners, the basement is a place that kind of gets neglected.
Yeah, you may just use it for storage or just go down there when you're doing laundry, but home improvement insider Adam Helfman of Hire It Done shows us the right way to make your basement a lot more than just a big storage closet.
Homeowners are addicted to home improvement. There's not a room in the house that they don't want to remodel. But today, we're going to focus on the basement. Let's go turn a basement into a lower level. Follow me. Most homeowners' basements are not used to their full potential. Let's take a look at a typical basement. Here's what we have. It's got storage areas, mechanical, but it's basically unfinished. And if you want to go from this to something more like this, you need to follow these steps. When planning your basement remodeling project, it's important to find the right contractor to check your current conditions of your basement so that you'll have a smooth project. A good contractor, like Finished Basements Plus, is going to come to your house and fill out a basement inspection report. And the first item they look for is the existing bond insulation. This area is where your first floor sits on the basement wall. It's usually around grade level. Second item on the checklist is inspecting the condition of all the windows in the basement. Here we have an egress window. It's code to put one of these in. Let's take a look at how this works. In case of an emergency, you can escape out the window to safety. As we go down the list, the next thing we do is check the walls. We're checking for any wall cracks, any rod hole leaks, or any signs of water. Now that your basement's been inspected, it's time to get to the fun stuff, the design. When designing your basement, you need to prioritize the use of space. Some of the most popular basement finishing projects are a new kids' play area, a bar for entertaining, and a home theater. Lastly, because your basement finishing project is below grade, it's susceptible to high moisture conditions. That's why it's very crucial to pick the right materials for your project. And after that, it comes down to your budget, your style, and your creativity.
If anybody can do it, it's our Adam Helfman of Hire It Done, and he is here like you are every Thursday. So you mentioned the importance of choosing the right materials because of how damp basements can be. So let's talk about that.
You know, and the home improvement business has evolved. Okay, so the basement's really the last frontier.
Yeah.
And so at Hire It Done, we're happy and lucky that we have really good contractors that use cutting-edge materials. And this is proprietary to one of our contractors.
This stuff right here?
Yeah, it's Finished Basements Plus. And so like this product right here is a structural panel, okay? It's waterproof, mold-proof, mildew, resistant to any kind of bacteria growth. It has the 2x4s built into it. It gives you structure. It gives you high insulating value. And there's little holes in it to put your electrical Put your plugs in. Easy to go.
Got you.
So that's
because
helpful.
mold is a really big concern. Any dampness in the basement is going to be a problem, right?
Well, yeah, of course. When you're below grade, the moisture content is always higher. So you want to have a humidified space, conditioned space, and you want it to be comfortable. So you want to, when you go to a basement, you don't want to feel like you're in a basement.
Right. And there's been a big shift in materials, especially flooring. So you've got stuff that's solid vinyl.
Welcome back. This is Hired Done. My name's Adam Helfman, not Nathan.
But this one
so, Sarah,
basically has,
what are your thoughts?
On
anything? Okay. So if you want to check us out, watch us on Facebook Live. Keep it locked in here. We appreciate that.
Yes, please.
And guess what we have on the line? We have a guest on the line.
Ooh.
So exciting. Joining us on the Hire It Done radio show is good friend of the show and the best water treatment company in Michigan.
Oh, I know.
Beauchamp Water Treatment Solutions. You there?
Hi.
Good morning. How you doing?
Oh, we're so good. We're having an awesome Saturday. How about you?
Oh, can't complain.
We love that. We love that. So, obviously it's Salt Sale Saturdays. Jared, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about Beauchamps, and then you also have a new location. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, we are a water treatment company. Our family originally went into the water treatment business in 1976, actually just for the need for water. We moved into a house, and my mom was extremely displeased with the rusty, smelly water, and my dad was an engineer for Ford, and he was so intrigued with the water industry. He was down there taking apart the first water softener he bought and seeing how it worked, and here we are multiple years later. The family, we're on our third generation. My son's now involved in the business and still doing water treatment.
That's amazing.
Super cool. Congratulations to it. So Beauchamp Water Treatment Solutions now has 3 locations. You want to tell everyone where they're at?
Yes, we are in Waterford at M59 and Williams Lake Road, Heartland at M59 and Old US 23, and our newest location is in Howell on Grand River, just east of town of
Perfect.
Howell. Yep.
So let me ask you, Jared. And we're talking with Jared Beauchamp from Beauchamp Water Treatment Solutions. The economy very, very shaky right now, and you guys have experienced explosive growth. And the feedback that Sarah and I get here on the Hire It Done show, because Sarah's recommended you to many customers, is that they can't believe they waited so long to get your water softeners in the house or your water filters or whatever they requested. How are you keeping up with the demand and doing such a good job? And now that you open a 3rd location, is there a shortage of salt, or is salt still plenty available in this area?
Good question.
That's a good point. Each day we come into work, we wonder what we're going to get a notification on shortage of. Luckily, we're partnered with great suppliers, and they do a good job of keeping the product going. But so far we've been pretty lucky. But with everything right now in this crazy economy, things are slow with suppliers. On all aspects.
So if someone calls Beauchamp and they want to get better water quality, let's go with standard. I have a well. I have an old softener, and it's I still get rust stains. They hear us on the radio and they call Beauchamp to come out, and they want to just upgrade everything. Can you walk me through the process? Do you test the water? Do you have latest and greatest equipment? How does that work?
Yeah, what we'll do is somebody calls up. In some instances, if you don't have a water treatment system at all and you're new to the need of getting a water treatment system, we'll come out, we'll test your water for free, no charge. We'll evaluate what you're looking for. We look at each individual, each household as on its own, so we know what you're looking for. And then what we can do is we can cater a system to your needs. In other situations, we have customers that have water treatment equipment, and they've just learned to live with certain discoloration, certain odor in the water, we've been so fortunate, and with our customer base, a lot of referrals, and we really do a good job. They didn't realize we could clean it up better than what it is, and we'll again come out at no charge. We don't have high pressure salespeople. We'll evaluate, and And we're the type of company, if your water's perfectly great and you just want to have it checked out and there's nothing wrong with it and you don't need to spend any money, we're not going to try to talk you into buying something you don't need.
Amazing. 810-632-2000 is the phone number if you want to call Beauchamp. And now, if you live anywhere in the listening area, that's the number to call, and then you guys can deploy your people from whatever location. Is that the best way to look at it, or pretty much?
Yeah, absolutely. And we do service, Adam, all of Southeast Michigan. I mean, we're all the way, if you're in the listening area, like you said, Southeast Michigan, that is our servicing area. And chances are we treated your neighbor within the general area at some point in time or currently.
You know, it's funny. I because we've had a great working relationship. Every time I talk to someone, they have well water. I'm like, oh my God, you got to call Beauchamp. You know, now half the time,
that's what I say too.
Half the time, the people say to me, "Oh, I already used them."
Yeah, that's awesome.
Which that speaks a lot. It speaks volumes to the quality and being like
customer
the place.
Service.
Now, is there anything that people need to worry about with water today? PFAS, lead, we always, we just, we're still dealing with, they claim, Flint, but I think there's a lot more cities than just Flint that have that issue, and they just, other issues have risen to the top to bury that. But shouldn't everyone get their water tested?
Yeah, they should. And just to scratch the surface, on well water, we're running into, whether arsenic is, it's not a matter of if you have it, it's whether you have an acceptable level. It seems to be more of a common rule of thumb. You have PFO, PFAS, and well, on city water, which typically people never treated, you've got your water lines, your main water lines between the water plant and your house, which we refer to as the transmission lines that the water travels through. They're decaying, they're getting older, and a lot of these municipalities are doing a great job of treating the water at the plants, but they can't guarantee what it's going to collect from the water plant to your faucet. So we work very well with a lot of water plants and water municipalities to where they want you to put filtration in your house to safeguard yourself. Lead, the power of the internet, you can look anything up nowadays. I love it. I always tell people when we meet with them, if we come out, we go through, we educate them, we show them, and then we always tell them, go online. This information's all traceable, and you can educate yourself, and you can get your, an additional opinion to support exactly what you're being told is accurate.
Yeah,
I love that. 810-632-2000 is Beauchamp Water Treatment Solutions phone number. You're open today, obviously, Salt Sale Saturdays, which is great. Jared, I'm a fan. Got to be honest with you. The product, everything you've done has been great. So I want to thank you for calling in this morning. Look forward to having you on again. Congratulations on the new location in Howell. Amazing.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
And we'll be in
both.
touch, my friend. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay, thank you
Have a
both.
good day.
Have a great weekend.
All right,
Thank
take
you
care.
so much. Bye-bye.
Sarah, literally, it's the cleanest water in town.
I agree.
So
They're
I'm glad you do.
fantastic.
Well, that's good to hear that you
I've
like it,
referred
too.
them to a lot of people. All the way up into, way into the thumb.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So if
There
you're
you
thinking of
go.
clean water, everyone knows where to go, literally. And you're going to thank me. I've had people say, oh, yeah, Adam, you're this, you're that. I said, listen, if you have a need, why don't you give them a call? You know what? Every time, not one complaint. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah,
It makes me
that's
feel
true.
good because I feel like my picker in picking guys and them picking me is always working. So we're in a good name. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about Philly steak and cheese and pricing and why this affects home improvement. My name's Adam Helfman with the lovely Sarah Sells. Watch us on Facebook. We're going to have some fun in this next segment. We'll be right back.
There's never a perfect time for a plumbing problem. So, how do you find an honest, affordable plumbing company you can count on? Log on to ShelbyMechanical.net and check out what makes us more than just a plumber. From our service app to our tech tracker, our innovative customer experience is second to none. Explore all the amazing services we offer. Look at all the outstanding ratings and read through our amazing reviews. Then like us on Facebook for the next time a plumbing problem pops up. Shelby Mechanical, we're more than just a plumber.
That was a little snidely whiplashy there. That's for me, just for me. All right, so we're in the midst of the coldest weekend of the season. It's coming. Reinforcements are on the way, and that can put your furnace to the test.
So if your furnace runs into trouble, how do you know if it just needs a repair or it should be completely replaced?
Yeah, our home improvement insider Adam Helfman is back, and he's here with Hire It Done and has some great tips to help us all decide.
When winter rolls around, there's nothing more important than your heating system. If you're in the market for a new furnace, then it's important to explore all the options available to you. First things first, you got to ask yourself, repair or replace? Let me tell you what I think. Increased energy efficiency isn't always a good reason to replace a furnace that is still in good working order. I generally recommend replacing your old furnace if any of the following apply. It's more than 15 to 20 years old. It has a pilot light rather than an electronic or hot surface ignition. It does not have vent dampers or a draft fan, or it's an old coal-burning furnace that's been converted to gas or oil. If you're still not sure, take the age of your furnace and multiply it by the cost of the repair. If that total is more than a new furnace, then you should absolutely get a new furnace. This is a high-efficiency furnace. This furnace will heat a 3,500 square foot home. 10 years ago, the same furnace would be twice as big. Let's take a look at the technology inside so that we can see how things have improved. The better high-efficiency furnaces use sealed combustion. What that means is it takes fresh air for the combustion from the outside, not the inside of your home. Another component of a high-efficiency furnace is the variable capacity gas valve. It adjusts the capacity output in as small as 1% increments for the ultimate in precision comfort. Another component of a high-efficiency furnace is a variable speed blower. They vary the speed of your blower as it distributes air through your home. This means the air being distributed through your home can be a more consistent temperature and the unit will operate quietly. Now that you've got all this information about picking a new furnace, the number one most important aspect that you need to know as a homeowner is who's going to install it. Because the best furnace, if it's not installed properly, is worthless. So that's why it's so important to find the right contractor to install your furnace.
All right, and Adam Helfman of Hire It Done is here to help you find the right contractor today.
Yeah,
you always have such good information. Geez.
You know what? I try.
You try.
No, you do a good job.
You're doing it.
So what did you bring with you today? Because this stuff looks familiar in some ways.
Of course. Well, okay, so you know it's really cold. We're going to have the coldest weekend. So obviously we want a brand new air conditioner. We're not going to be needing that this weekend.
No.
Okay.
But we have a brand new furnace and a damper system for a furnace. But let's talk about the furnace really quick. This is a 98% efficient furnace.
That's crazy.
Wow.
So, yeah, so if you have every dollar of gas you're going to be putting into your house for...
Okay, welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Sarah, that was a good segment, wasn't it?
Yes. That was a really good segment.
So here's the deal. I had this great sandwich. Literally, it was a world-class sandwich. Okay?
Yes.
And the reason why we're talking about food is because I'm a food addict. However, it's also because we were talking about how prices are going up
Across the board.
Yeah, but outside the vertical of home improvement. Food, I was looking for ink cartridges and Staples. The shelves were empty.
Yeah.
I was, at Kroger the other day, and there was I'm like, whoa. There's a lot of stuff missing. Like normally I like seeing the shelves packed with everything, but it's literally that thing. Now, I said earlier in the show that we're going to be coming crashing down this economy.
Yeah,
we're in a train
so too.
and it's coming over a cliff. We're at the cliff right now. So the question is what do you do? And my point was I was at a restaurant and then the restaurant, the sandwich, Philly steak and cheese at Townhouse in Birmingham, which is one of the best around, right?
Yeah.
And then I mentioned the owner wanted everyone to have an experiential experience. And you're like, what's that? It's not a word. My mom wrote books. I'm like, okay.
I've not heard that word used in that context before.
It's all good. Anyways, my what?
It was more for us, in all honesty, because we didn't think it was a word either.
Oh, yeah, my cheerleaders in back were like, it's not a word, Sarah. It's not a word. We
so
got
they were
you.
ganging up on me. And of
We
course,
got you.
As
who
we
won?
always do.
Who won?
Look.
Say it.
Fine. You were right. You were right.
Okay, so we're done.
For today.
Okay, so the deal is the sandwich, the Philly steak and cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay, now all honesty, I added mushrooms to it. I said Philly steak and cheese. I want you to add some grilled mushrooms or sautéed mushrooms. So instead, they put like 3 kinds of mushrooms, like cremini, porcini, and and it was like
so good.
I'm going to tell you right now, if I died and went to heaven, that was the sandwich I wanted to die over. Okay,
Yeah.
it was that good.
Yeah, I know.
And
It sounds like it.
It was enough food for two people plus.
Okay, well,
Okay,
so take that into consideration.
you ready, folks? You ready, friends? $45 for the sandwich. I fell in love with it. It was worth it to me. Now, I can't say on the radio what I asked it came with. Because I'm like, $45, does it come with a... I couldn't say it. However, I'm going to tell you right now, I'd order it again, and it was worth it to me.
Yeah.
It was like a treat.
So if it was a big enough portion that you could split it with someone else.
3 people could eat it.
Yeah.
Sarah,
And if it was
to die
enough
for.
steak on it
Yeah.
that it had that big of a portion, you'd pay $45 for a steak.
Yeah.
So,
It is. It's all good. So anyways, that was my point.
yeah.
So that's where we're at with all that. But anyways, back to why lumber prices, everything's out of control. So back to the advice for homeowners. If you have a contractor and you're waiting, you better send him an email, a text right now that says, hey, Mr. Contractor, you better read your contract
Mm-hmm.
and say, hey, I just want to let you know I've been hearing about pricing. I've been hearing about all this. However, I don't want to be caught at the end of the job owing you more money for something that I didn't ask for.
Well, I mean, I had that happen with the roof, like in a matter of just like a week and a half. You know, lumber went up so much. My roof went up like another $3,000.
Yeah, well, that's a shame. That's
Well,
not it, but you got to understand.
But it is what it is. I mean,
Well, of course.
that doesn't mean I'm going to
Yeah.
tell the contractor to eat it. It's, my roof.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He gave you a
And it
price. You
sucks.
based it. You picked him based on the price. Now it's $3,000 higher. Unless
He
you pre-discussed
also,
it.
we did. He also said, if I need more lumber, it can be up to X amount of thousands more, which I already knew what the price was per sheet.
Yeah.
So I knew that was coming.
Right. So that's the whole point. The point is most homeowners don't want to spend $3,000 more on the roof. So what do you do to prevent that? What's the right way to communicate with your contractor? And for the contractors, what's the right way to communicate with your homeowners?
So
That's the
I
key.
agree with the labor and material way to do it, but I know some contractors don't like to do it that way.
I don't know. I don't want them to do it that way. However, these are extraordinary times.
Yeah.
So maybe it's an option. Mrs. Homeowner, here's the deal. I can give you the price to do the job, but if prices, like lumber and everything goes up, I'm going to charge you more.
Yeah.
Or we can do it this way. I know what my labor costs are, and this is what it's going to be. And then you're going to buy the material. And I'm going to give you the material at my cost so that you as a homeowner understand where we're at.
Yeah, so moving forward with the renovation for the Victorian, I mean, as you know, it's a 3-story Victorian. So obviously my price went from, let's say, $100,000 to probably like $300,000 for my reno. So I'm now changing to please give me a price for your labor and I will buy the material.
Yeah. There you go. So that's not a bad idea.
I mean, it has to be done that way because here's the other thing, Adam. Like you talked about, so many things are out of stock. You go to buy the cabinet, even if it's from a box store, let's say, and it's not custom.
Yeah.
Well, okay, the box one is out of stock, so therefore, then he's now buying what's in stock, which is very few options, and they're more expensive.
Well, that's, you know what, though, that's his problem. A good contractor is going to prep and order properly.
I get it, but that changes every freaking day because it's so supply and demand right now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it just seems like it's the best way to go all around. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Yeah.
that's the way I'm going to do it. And maybe I wait. I don't have to have that house done, So why take up the lumber when someone else who needs it right now? I don't know. I got to make some decisions.
Well, again, you're preaching to what everyone else is preaching.
Mm-hmm.
The key here is if you have to get the deck done, if you have to do your kitchen, or if you're in the middle of a renovation project, yeah, everyone heard about it, but how do you handle it? How do you respond? How do you deal with it? That's the advice we're giving right now. And that's what I'm thinking about. So 248-539-9797. You got a comment. You have a shout out. John and Andy from McAllister Fence are listening. Thanks for taking care of that fence for me.
Hey, guys.
They're out there kicking butt today, of course. And, hey, you know how that rolls.
I need to have them come up to my house.
Yeah, of course.
So they can do the fence.
Yeah, you better call them now and get a quote.
I know.
You know, that's the other thing.
It's just a little area. It's on my other bungalow.
Okay, well.
But I still need to have it done.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen. Just, you know what? Be smart, be safe, and do it right. Okay, so let me ask you a question, Sarah.
Yeah.
What do you think if someone wants to just do some curb appeal tips for their house? What you want to go over a few things of those for people right now?
Yeah, do you want me to tell you my?
Yeah, well, here's
my.
Let's come up with a bunch of them. You tell me one right now. And then
Okay, one for sure. Front door.
Okay,
change the color. Put a wreath on it. Whatever you need to do. Take the rust off. Whatever.
Okay, so good idea. So when someone pulls up to a house that they're looking to buy,
yes.
When do they make that purchasing decision?
As soon as they see the house.
Right. So if it's a schmutzy, scootsy,
right,
old front door, no good.
Right.
So I agree with you. Now, what is the popular colors? Is red like too bold and it
red, white, black.
You like red? I'm not a fan of red.
I'm a fan of traditional, so I like red.
I like green.
Bolder colors, pastel colors. That's
Yellow?
All in right now. Yeah, like
Here's
the
what I
accent
say.
colors.
Change the hardware.
Yes.
And match the hardware with a new toe kick. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like a brass hardware and a brass toe kick. Or a stainless steel or brushed nickel.
I like black.
Or color. Even better.
Yeah.
Black windows are in.
Black windows are in too. I mean, obviously that's a whole different thing if we're talking about changing windows. But for me, shutters. I'm a huge shutter person. So
You're from St. Clair.
So, switching out the shutter color is quick and easy. Get a bottle of spray paint and boom, you're done.
Okay, so here's the advice that Sarah just gave. Change the color of your front door. Makes sense. I agree. Good one, Sarah. Here's what I want to tell everyone. Walk outside your house today. Go outside and just do a walk around. Go to the street. Look at your house from the street.
Yeah.
Take note of the roof, the siding, the windows, the front, the landscaping. So go top to bottom.
Yes.
Go to the side yard, the front yard, the rear yard. Take a look at everything from top to bottom.
Even a mailbox. You know, like you can change out the mailbox that's on your front porch. Even that, something that small makes a difference.
Right. And I like, I don't want to sound weird or anything, but I like flowers. I like color. Mm-hmm. I want it to be, I have a crew that comes in.
Some flowers and some pots would be good.
Yeah. 248-539-9797. If you have any curb appeal tips, we'd like to hear them. I'm telling people to walk around the house. Sarah says change the color of your front door, add shutters. How about paint? A little paint goes a long way.
100%. And another really easy, important thing, your light fixture on your front porch.
Yeah.
Switch it out. It could be a $50 light fixture. If it's newer, it makes a huge difference.
Here's what I like. Make sure or ensure that your walkways, your sidewalks, any hardscape areas, that they're clean. I have brick paver, like a circular brick paver area in my backyard, and I'm seeing all the moss grow through it. And
right.
I'm thinking, you know what?
It doesn't
like
look
it.
So good.
No, I kind of like it, but maybe I have to get someone to come out and power wash it out.
All right,
we're going to take a quick break. Right. I want to take a quick break, but I also want to say when we come back, we're going to talk about home improvement projects
for the summer
that we want to take care of this summer.
Yeah.
My name's Adam Helfman, sitting across the lovely Sarah Sells. We'll be right back. Few things are guaranteed in home improvement, but clogged drains might be one of them. Nowadays, you can go online and you can find a million different tricks and hacks on how to fix a clogged drain. I asked Ron Alexander of Shelby Mechanical what he thinks about the do-it-yourself drain declogging methods. He said to me he would recommend staying away from any of those gimmicks. Vinegar, baking soda, or whatever else people talk about pouring down the drain. You're more than likely to just end up with a mess in the drain that's still clogged. I also don't recommend out-of-the-box chemical drain openers either. While those can be effective on some clogs, they can also damage your pipes and end up costing a lot of money in repairs down the road. But there are a handful of things you can try that are safe and do work before going through the trouble of having a plumber come out. The first method that Ron recommended was the good old-fashioned plunger and using hot water. Hot water can help break down the common clogging agents like grease and soap, and the plunger can sometimes push the clog through. According to Ron, it will depend on the type of clog and where the clog is and the shape of your drain as to whether or not plunging can effectively solve your problems. For a clogged shower, Ron says the simplest answer might be the best. A lot of times with a shower, the problem is hair, and people don't realize that they could see the clog and maybe even just reach down and pull it out if they take off the drain cover. In the case of a clog that you can't quite reach, a coat hanger or a similar hook might help you remove the clog. If you're handy and you feel up to the task, you could always rent a plumber's snake at a big box store to deal with a particularly stubborn clog. Ron even has people call him on the phone for tips in the middle of working on their drain. People call me all the time and ask. I don't mind. If it's something simple I can recommend, I'll tell you. And if it's something I think we can come out and take a look at, I'll tell you that too. I always say there's nothing wrong with doing your due diligence and seeing if you can fix a problem yourself. But if you're getting nowhere, fighting a clogged drain all afternoon because you want to save a few dollars, ask yourself this. How much is your time worth? Because most homeowners, there's a point where the time is more valuable to them than what they would end up paying someone to fix it, and that's when it's time to make the call. For more plumbing tips, or if you're looking for a great plumber like Ron Alexander and his team at Shelby Mechanical, just head over to hireitdone.com.
What you don't know can hurt you. Hireitdone.com.
Hi, I'm Adam Helfman, and I'm here at Mosquito One, and today we're going to learn how to the limited workmanship warranty. Just visit hireitdone.com and a limited lifetime warranty plus at PPG. At PPG Paints. And there's dead bodies in half of them. Today we've teamed up with Dry. You're going to get 10% off your next new roof and lifetime workmanship warranty free upgrade. Ooh. And a lifetime labor manufacturer's warranty on everything but the nails. Who's got a gun? Because if someone has one, shoot me. Free upgrade to the lifetime workmanship warranty. There it is. I said it. There'll be a great blooper reel. I'm going to send you a link to it. Welcome back. This is Hired Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Someone texted in, why don't you power wash it yourself, Adam? My answer, from the neck down, I'm worth minimum wage. From the chin up, 10 figures. How about that, Nate? Anyways, Sarah.
Yes?
How you doing?
I'm good.
I know. Everyone knows that. Go to Facebook Live if you want to check us out. Good morning, Barbara. There's a lot of alternatives to lumber. Steel studs. My cheesesteak sandwich was about the price of plywood. Anyways, we're all good here.
Yeah, but the price of steel is really high too.
Everything is crazy.
So we can't win.
No, I got you. So what do you think? What are some of the hot projects? I had a project plan for the summer. Now I'm a little nervous.
Well, I think for sure summer projects, deck, patio, landscaping, pergolas, pizza oven.
Yeah, my pizza oven was just
outdoor
told,
kitchen.
My pizza oven is not coming till October. Unless I can buy a floor model. I have to go to Burlier's or someone good. So here's the deal. Let me give you some home improvement projects that you can get done this summer. Okay? Upgrade ceiling fans. It's simple.
Yeah.
I like a ceiling fan because it does keep the house cooler, and I like fans.
Yeah.
There's a company called Big Ass Fans.
Oh, yeah, they're cool.
But they're like huge. But they make some cool residential ones. Okay? Clean out your gutters.
100%.
Someone just texted me they need the gutters cleaning.
100% that has to be done.
Right? Install better window treatments. I have the world's greatest window treatment lady. Her name's Anita. She's like the best.
Drapes.
Yeah, drapes and blinds. She's
yeah.
really good. How about maintaining and properly maintaining your AC unit?
Well, yeah.
You can get that done. Those are things you can get done. Power wash your house, like we talked about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Do the exterior. If you take TSP, which is trisodium phosphate, add it to water, like a tablespoon for every gallon, and you power wash the outside of your house, it's almost like you don't have to wash you don't have to rub it, like hand wash it. You can just power wash it, and then it'll grab the dirt and it'll drain down. So that's a good thing. And by the way, anyone who power washes their house with either vinyl siding, aluminum siding, or even wood siding, when it's done and it dries, it looks like it's brand new.
It does. It looks like almost
Super
like
cool.
a different color.
I would also say invest in a smart thermostat.
Yeah.
So
that's
when
a good idea.
you
The
get
Nest.
a furnace tune-up or an air conditioning, have them install it for you as part of the deal, and you'll be happy as can be. Create like a gallery wall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's really popular right now. Up the stairs, on the wall.
Right, and do it, and you can take your Facebook photos
And it's cheap and easy to do.
Yeah, totally cool. And these are things that you can do yourself.
Yeah.
Clean your windows. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Now, how about planting trees and stuff?
For sure. That goes with the landscaping.
Maybe you can also improve your water this summer. You know that, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's ways to do that either if you're on a well or if you're in the city.
It's real simple. It's called Beauchamp. Call Jared, right?
There's that too.
And by the way, let me just tell you a little bit about them, okay? Because we had them on the show, and I want to just make sure we're all clear on this. They are the trusted leader in high-quality, cost-effective services and equipment throughout all of southeastern Michigan, and they have locations in Livingston, Oakland, and Oakland counties, and now they're open in Howell, okay? So whether it's city water, well water, Beauchamp will solve your hard, smelly, you know how like rotten egg smell? Gross, right?
It's so
and
gross.
rusty water.
Yeah.
They get rid of it, all of it. And then, PFAS, you've heard of it. It's like the stuff that's in plastic and it's in everything. They can get rid of all that. So that's why I said if you want to just get your water tested, have them come out. It's free. They'll come out for free.
I mean,
and
they're
take a
going
look
all the
at
way
it.
up to Sanilac County.
So
which is not close, obviously.
Right. So and I guess what? It's Saturday. So we all know every Saturday you save. They have a discount on all the water supplies. And it's called Salt Sale Saturdays, which we talked about earlier, right? So Waterford, Heartland, Howell, BeauchampWater.com is the best place to go. And, of course, you want to call them 810-632-2000. The place is just rock solid. And, Jared's a rock star. So, anyways, that's why I wanted to say that, because that's another thing you could do around your house. How about organize your closets or your pantry? You want to know something? I cleaned out my pantry, okay? You won't believe, I found stuff from 2005.
Oh.
I found is it still good if it's never been opened?
No.
No? I saved it. You know why? Because when I put when you go shopping at my house during the world collapsing, I'm going to have stuff that we're going to give away for less. But hey, we'll get there. But no, how about cleaning out your closet, right?
Yeah, organizing your closet, your cupboards, putting stuff in baskets.
I just got a really good tip on TikTok. I know,
What?
we're talking about TikTok, right?
I know.
But if you type in home improvement on TikTok,
I know.
Holy
it's
moly.
just another
No. I'm going to rock the
distraction.
TikTok soon. Okay, the Adam Helfman TikTok is going to be coming out in a vengeance. I've got it all ready to go. You're involved, Sarah. So what are you talking about?
I'm gonna be on it?
You're gonna. Oh yeah, you're gonna be.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, there's no question
Okay.
you're gonna be on it. But here, let me tell you one of the hacks I learned.
Okay.
Take your closet.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that you have a closet with a lot of clothes in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I have downsized so much in the past year.
I can see that. Me, on the other hand, I have clothes that I have racks in the basement. I have clothes.
Oh my gosh,
It's too much.
I can see it now.
Okay, so with that being said, here's what I want to say.
The
Okay.
store of healthy.
Yeah. Let me just say this. Okay.
Yes.
Here's the tip I learned on TikTok. Take your closet clothes and reverse the hangers. Okay.
Okay.
Flip everything backwards. And as you wear clothes, you put it back normally.
Yeah.
So let's say I wear my hoodie. I love this Buttersoft hoodie I'm wearing today.
Yeah.
As you wear the hoodie, if you clean it and you put it back normal.
Yeah.
After a year, commit for a year. After a year, any hangers that are backwards still, that's the clothes you don't use.
So I do that without turning the hanger. Like any clothes that I have not worn in the past 3 months, 6 months, or a year, they're gone. I donate them to the girls. I give them away. They're gone.
No. Okay, so it's perfect. Me, on the other hand, I can't do that.
And you know what else? Here's another really good tip.
Yeah.
For every one item you buy, you get rid of 2 that you already have in your house. So whether it's a pair of shoes, whether it's a hoodie, pants, whatever, for every one, you get rid of 2.
No.
Yeah.
I can't get rid of stuff. I have like vintage stuff that now is so cool.
I know.
So I don't want to get rid of vintage stuff.
But you probably have so much vintage stuff. There's only,
Listen, I have a Pokemon shirt from like the late 80s.
I'm sure.
No.
I know. I know
have a
that
bag.
you do.
I have an Atari messenger bag. Atari 2600. Come on now. Yeah, I can't help myself. I have that old. I'm living in the past. Maybe that's what it is.
I mean, see, for me, I'm just more moving towards the minimalist and getting rid of.
Let me ask a question, a real estate question. Last time you sold a house, have you ever had a homeowner want to put a man cave in?
Yeah. Especially in the basement.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
The ultimate man cave. You know what would be included if you had to do a she cave or whatever that is?
She shed.
But a man cave or a female version of it.
So
are we even allowed to say man cave, or am I getting in trouble by the cancel culture?
Oh my gosh. What
Someone
are
just
you
told
even
me-
talking?
Someone said you can't say Mother's Day anymore. It's human birthday or some BS.
So I'm thinking for a man cave, it has to be workshop, urinal, theater.
A man cave has a workshop and a urinal?
Yep. A beer keg, a bar. What PS2 or whatever.
PS2?
Well, I don't know. I don't play games.
Boy.
Whatever you guys, your PlayStation things.
539-9797. Text Sarah what would be in your ultimate man cave, please. Because
I'm just guessing. All right. So am I wrong?
Not my man cave. A keg, maybe.
Okay.
A Diet Coke machine.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Right?
Sugar-free Red Bull machine for me, an espresso machine.
3
and
big
cheese.
Flat, 3 big flat
So that's
screens.
what would be in mine. Cheese, sugar-free Red Bull, espresso, and then a cold foam maker.
Yeah. Okay. A cold stone maker?
Cold foam.
Cold foam?
For my espresso.
Oh.
James is coming in hot with something.
Here's the thing: you gotta have a mini fridge in there.
Always.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's gotta be a must.
Yeah.
How about a pizza oven?
That works also.
Right? One bite, everyone knows the rules. Am I right?
Yeah, pizza oven would be good.
I'm obsessed with pizza.
Me
I have been
too.
forever, but let me just say something. I am now going to have to go to Freddy's today. Totally. And, here. Sarah's trying to move towards being a minimalist. Yeah, Patrick, you're right. It should be. Minimalist is the way. Less is more. That's the future. That's the way we want to do it. But hey, what can I say? I digress.
Right.
Anyways, Sarah, I want to thank you for a great show today.
Thank you for having me.
Always.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, well, next week's going to even be a better week for all of us. We're going to be kicking butt. So, everyone, thanks for tuning in.
Have
if
a
you
great
need a good
weekend.
contractor, go to hireitdone.com. Have an awesome weekend. Shout out
see you
Saturday
next week.
continues. And, of course, we will see you next week, right?
Yes, we will.
Thank you for tuning in. This is the Hire It Done Radio Network.